Hey, what's going on, everybody? Serroh here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to have a discussion about a topic that we've kind of talked about a few times before, but now that it's actually implemented into the game, I want to get everybody's feelings about it just to have an open discussion because, well, I love to see everyone's views and opinions on stuff. But if you guys do enjoy this video or any of these discussion type videos, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's just dive right into it. Now, it is going to be a little bit of a controversial subject, and I'm gotta say, I'm not picking or choosing any sides. This is just to open up the conversation and kind of explain what's going on. I've seen a lot of different posts over Facebook, Twitter, Reddit about this, and there's definitely some conflicting feelings when it comes to this topic, and that of course is the whole star path and the old star path items actually returning to the game. But before we dive into that, let's go check out Scrooge's shop and see what we get today. Alrighty, let's see. I have these, so nothing good here. Oh, I actually don't have this. What is this? The industrial tree lamp. It's a Monsters Inc. item. I think that's got to be a new item then. Heck yeah. Snatch that up. I have all of this stuff. Cologne. Oh, a table. I was about to walk past that. A square concrete dining table. Go ahead and pick that up. What else? I think definitely have that table. Definitely have the... Oh, I finally got the like pineapple watermelon, the whitewood fruit stand. Heck yes, let's go. I think that's my last fruit stand that I actually needed. I have those, and then I have some new wallpaper here, a golden pastel geode wall. All right, this one would be really good for like a bathroom, white zigzag tile wall. And then this, oh, this is new. I have the white version of the terrazzo wallpaper. This is a pale blue. They actually look pretty similar. I don't know why they added multiple types of this when they pretty much look the same, but you know what? I will take it. All right, not a bad shop day. Now it's time to go take a look at Reddit. Alrighty, so I've seen a few posts like this, like I said, everywhere. So someone said, I knew they would do this. So on their socials on Dreamlight Valley, they actually posted saying that we've heard your feedback. Items from the Star Path are arriving in the premium shop. And to kick it off this week, we actually got the balloons in the Star Path, which is actually pretty dang cool. So someone asked, how do we feel about past Star Path items now being purchasable in the future premium shops? So let's take a look through here. And I also made a community post we're going to take a look at. We're going to head over to Twitter because there's some really interesting stuff over there. But let's dive into Reddit real quick, and then we'll also go back into the game and take a look at the premium shop. So someone said, given that the up balloons alone cost half a star path, it's safe to say it's still a good idea to do the star paths when they come out. So that is completely true. So they've kind of balanced this out. So if you go over to the shop, this is the only star path item that has been brought back to the shop so far. So the adventure is out there. Balloon basket was 1,500 moonstones this week for just this one single item. That is, yeah, like they said, pretty much half the price of the star path. So I think that's a way that they're going to balance it out to make it a little more fair. And I say that because there's a lot of like OG players that wanted to keep these items exclusive. And that is because I think at the time when the game was in early access, they had told people that they were going to be like, once the star path is over, you'll never be able to obtain them again. And so now they're bringing them back into the shop. So I think that's where there's some conflict going on, is because there was the people that were there, they've been there, they did that, they did the grind, they did the quest, they supported the game in early access, and so they feel like that maybe they should be able to keep these because that's what they were told. And it also comes into the point where if you're making a purchase and you're told that something is going to be done a certain way, so if they're going to like keep it exclusive, then you know, you spent your money, so that's the promise that you were given, and then now it's kind of switched up. So then on the other hand, it's also like, well, the game's in early access, so in early access, that doesn't mean it's going to be that way forever. They can change stuff, they can change their policies, they can just, you know, like, you know, that going in early access that things could change. And then there's the other side where this is also a really great thing because a lot of people just didn't know about Dreamlight Valley at the time. So at that time and point, they didn't know about the Star Path. So it's really awesome that they can have access to getting a lot of these items. but there's still an incentive to do the star path, and that is right here. So the premium shop is very expensive, and I think that's one way that they actually balance it out. So going forward, like say the lovely monsters right here, you know, you purchase it, you can spend your like 2,500 or whatever moonstones it costs. You can go through here and get all of these items. That's all you spent. You also get the moonstones back. So it's a really great deal. So then maybe 4 months from now, some of these items are going to come back into the premium shop. So maybe the floating lanterns, they're maybe 1,000, or the turtle, you know, it's maybe 1,500. There's still an incentive to do the star path. So it's not like you're doing these quests for no reason. You're getting them earlier, and then you're also getting them a lot cheaper. So I think it's definitely an okay thing, in my opinion, that they brought back some of the star path items. I do understand why some would want to keep it exclusive, but hey, you know, everyone is in this Disney game should be able to have a lot of these items and be able to grind towards them, and people are still going to have to work towards them to be able to get the moonstones to actually purchase these. Now, one thing I do say I wish they would have a full separate category. Like for me, I've collected every single star path item in the game. I've been here since the beginning. So things like this are taking up a slot in the item shop. It would be nice if there was like a legacy shop page. So we would still have our 1 or 2 pages, and then maybe a 3rd page or something like a legacy tab, where every single week someone could go in here and purchase, you know, some of the older star path items. That way, if you're still a newer or you're an old OG player and you've already purchased these, it's not taking up a slot, so then you can go and purchase the new items. That is something I think that I would like them to actually end up doing, and maybe Gameloft will be watching this video and they could do that. And then if you are someone who's been waiting to be able to pick up some of these older items, you could just go to that page. Now, why do I think they switched up this? I think Gameloft had this planned intentionally. I see massive profits for them by doing it this way, and that can be a good thing because we want this game to thrive. We want it to do really well. The more money they get, hopefully Gameloft will reinvest that back into the game. Maybe they'll expand their team, we'll get more quests and more stuff like that. I really hope so, because they're pretty much like double dipping on the moonstones here, and by reselling the old items for a very large profit with the moonstones and how expensive moonstones are, they're going to get a lot of money off of these legacy items. And I do think that was their ultimate goal when they were bringing back these star path items. So someone else over here said, I feel like they should bring back old star paths for the ones who missed out. You have to pay for it with moonstones, and I'm fine with that, as I've missed half of one star path. See, now even though I have been around and I've been playing this, I have a second account. I don't have access to any of these items at all, which is a huge bummer. So this actually allows me a way to be able to get like the up balloons, which I actually just purchased on my second account. I had the 1,500 moonstones, so now I actually have those, and hopefully they'll bring back like the amusement rides and stuff. It's just going to take me a while to actually collect all the star path items, and again, it's more incentive to make sure you do your star path from now on. That way you don't pay the price later on. So then we have another user here that said, I don't see why people are mad. If you do the star path, you got the items at a severe discount essentially. I think it's great that people get the chance to grab these items. Again, it's kind of a good balance there, that if you do it when you're supposed to, or when you're, you know, when the star path is up and available, you're going to get it at a huge discount. You really are, compared to having to wait and piece it out over the next few months. And also you're getting all the extra stuff like the motifs, you're getting the moonstones back, a lot of the other stuff that they were never going to bring back to the premium shop. Like obviously they're not going to sell motifs and stuff. You're actually getting those along with the full star path. So I still think it's going to benefit a lot of players in that way. Now, one thing I do wish they would do, I wish they would have brought it in like a bundle together, you know, like instead of just piecing out the one single balloon, maybe they could have done like a 4,000 moonstone pack and brought back, you know, a handful of the high ticket items from this star path or then that star path. That way we're not just having to wait week after week for like one single item. Now, I did ask our community how everyone feels about the old star path items returning to the premium shop, and you're going to get different answers all over the internet, but from our community, with 1,100 votes in just 10 hours, 89% of players were very happy that they're coming back to the premium shop, and only 11% were not happy. So right here, I figured this was a pretty good way to gauge the community and see where everyone stands on it. So I think overall, the way Gameloft had implemented this into the Star Path, I think for the most part, most people are pretty happy about it. And so here is the post over on Twitter. They said, "We've heard your feedback. Select rewards from past Star Paths will arrive at the premium shop. Kicking things off with the Adventures Out There balloon basket is back by very popular demand, and it's available now in the premium shop for a limited time." So as you can see, they're also bringing the Incredi Squirrel back. They're bringing the Piston Cup, the car, and then the balloons that we just got. I feel like they could have grouped all these together for 4,000 moonstones instead of piecing this one out for like 15. Maybe the squirrel's going to be 15, Piston Cup maybe 1,000, and then the bed maybe 1,500. If they would have thrown that all together, that would have been nice. Someone asked for the Ferris wheel. They said, please, I agree, especially with this week. That would have been really nice. They just put down like the taking notes thing. I don't know if they're ever actually going to be doing that. Disney said, "So happy about these items being back, but this is something to consider. So kind of crazy how the Monster Inc. item is the same price as a Star Path, which includes 30 plus items, and the balloons alone are over half the price of the original Star Path it was in." So the Monsters Inc. item, 2,500, I actually thought that was a pretty good deal. I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive, honestly. So I was pretty happy when I saw that. But in terms of how much money that actually is quite a bit of money. It's just in terms of how they usually price large items like that, I felt like it was on the cheaper side. The balloons over here, though, yeah, 1,500. I think that just goes back to trying to make it more fair for the OG players and also for Gameloft to make a good profit on it. I think that's kind of how it's been working out there. Oh, I guess someone here that says Star Path items were supposed to only be available for a limited time. These items shouldn't be back at all. So there's definitely some, some people are okay with it, some aren't. And I think that's another reason they ended up doing like the survey to kind of see how the community felt about it. And I think maybe a huge portion of the community felt like it was okay. So in terms of that, they decided to go ahead and run with it. And as you can see by my poll over here on the channel as well, it seemed like most of the community was fine with it. Now, there's always the argument that, on that side, that sometimes having exclusive items isn't necessarily a bad thing because, some players just really like to have that. Like, I've been there, I've done that, and I don't think that mindset is completely wrong either. Let's take, like Fortnite, for example, or pretty much any other game that has a battle pass system, which is the same as a Star Path. Like, so for Fortnite, once those skins and the emotes and the gliders and all that stuff, once it's ran through, you never get those again. No one is ever able to get them. They don't ever bring them back into the shop. They don't do it at all. So it's like it's been there, done that. So I guess it could be the same way for Dreamlight Valley. A lot of players expected it to be the same way as like a bunch of these other games. It's just a really hard balancing act. And for me personally, I see both sides of it, but I just want everyone to be happy. So I feel like if they just bring back the items in this specific way, it's not too bad. If you guys have any ideas on how you wish that they could like improve on how to bring the items back to the game, definitely let us know in the comment section below because I would love to hear about it. And this is why I made one of these videos. I just wanted to open up a discussion so I can get everyone's views and opinions on that as well. Here's another item I know a lot of people are wanting to have. They said, please bring back the pinata. It's so cute and I need it. It really is. It's actually from that same Pixar Fest Star Path. So it was like the first one. If you didn't play this game in the very beginning, you just don't have it. So this is an item that would be really nice for them to bring back as well. But that's pretty much it for the topic of this video. That's kind of the conversations that have been going on at least the past day or so right after reset. I do think that overall it was a really good decision on Gameloft's part to bring it back. And personally, I'm really happy. I want everybody to have access to items. It looks like you're going to have to grind for them anyway. So there's still a reason, incentive to do the Star Path. This is just some of my final thoughts. and I'm gonna have access to them on my second account, which is really nice because I thought I was done. Like I would never be able to get like the Ferris wheel or the balloons or anything like that on my second account, and now I have way of getting them. So I do think it's a really good idea overall, but I do see all sides of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to read it. Make sure we keep everything nice and friendly down there. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Let's not start any arguments, but let's just hear everyone's side of it, regardless of however things, you know, what all of our viewpoints are. This is how it is at the end of the day. So it's here to stay unless they change it, and we're just gonna have to you know, make peace with it. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys have the best day ever, and I'll see you in the next one.